sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. You see the sea. I'll see the sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. Shine, shine.
will resume. Program 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 will resume. resume. Program will 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 resume. resume. Program will 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 resume. resume. Program will 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 resume. resume. Program will 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 resume. will resume. Program will resume. Program will resume. Program will resume. Program will resume.
I'll be your love, I'll be your sunshine, I'll be your love, I'll be your sunshine, I'll be your love, I'll be your sunshine, I'll be your love, I'll be your love, I'll
I came to knock 'em out the run, 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 knock 'em out the run with your head top, time for some action.
Welcome to Canada Life Centre in downtown Winnipeg, Manitoba for the second matchup of the season between the Winnipeg Sea Bears and Montreal Alliance. The Winnipeg Sea Bears are currently sitting at the top in the West and have a 7-1 record when playing here at home this season. Tonight also happens to be the long-awaited debut of former CEBL MVP Xavier Moon. As for Montreal, the Alliance are coming in as the underdogs tonight. They currently sit bottom in the Eastern Conference, but the one and only time they played Winnipeg this year, they won. Both teams are coming off Friday night losses, so they're looking for big wins here in Winnipeg on this Sunday. With more, here's Joey and Dave.
Thank you, Tegan. Yes, I'm Joey Slattery. This is Dave Crook. The moon landing happened weeks ago, but Moon is cleared for takeoff today. Dave, this is the most anticipated Sea Bears game I can remember in some time.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We've been waiting a long time to see him, and, three-time MVP of the league, so what more can you ask?
Yeah, and he's coming in at a great time, nick of time, if you will. It takes 5 games to be played in order to qualify for the playoffs. We are 5 games left in the regular season, so he is making his debut in the nick of time. We have plenty more on that, but let's take a look at the stats of tonight's game. As Tegan said, both teams are coming off some disappointing losses. Much more frustrating for the Montreal Alliance. We'll get into that in just a second, but if you look at how these teams match up, there's an advantage for the Sea Bears, averaging 97.6 points a game compared to Montreal's 87.2. Field goal percentage, dead even. Free throws, though, heavily in the favor of Winnipeg. And the assists, a team that likes to move the ball around, is Montreal at 21.7. And the rebounding, again, might be the key to this game when it gets down to it, because those rebounds will be those 50-50 battles that decide the game, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are really good defensively. Both teams put an effort. They concentrate on that end. Montreal is a really good team. They move the ball, really sort of system-oriented. So I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
Well, let's take a look at the keys to the game here, presented by CDIC. Let's start with Montreal.
I think the Alliance are a good team. They play good team basketball. They move the ball together. I think a big part of their game is their sets, running them into the pick and roll to end the clock. It's something they do very, very well. I think their forwards and the energy that they bring to the glass, and I think that's going to be a key thing. If Winnipeg can keep them off the glass, prevent those second chance opportunities, it'll be good for the Sea Bears. And lastly, they've got to play clean because they've got to stop the Sea Bears in transition. One of the things that Winnipeg does really well, and what they've done better here than anywhere else, obviously, is they get out and they run, and they get a lot of runouts, easy baskets.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Jeremiah Tillman Jr., guys like Emmanuel Aycott, especially with Simon Hildebrandt not in the lineup today. Let's take a look at the Sea Bears now. Keys to the game for Winnipeg.
They've got to move the ball and they've got to create. I mean, they've got a new look with Xavier Moon, Watson Gale, so it's going to be a little different. I think when the Sea Bears are better in the quarter court when the ball sees at least 2 sides of the floor, they can do that. They can have success. I think they got to play balanced for 4 quarters because that's been a problem for them of late where they haven't played well all the way through. And obviously decreates, it's the number one thing for the Sea Bears all season.
Well, it's an exciting night here for the Sea Bears. Mike Rainbow finally gets his new toy, Xavier Moon, and Tegan Rasha had a chance to catch up with him before the game.
Well, Coach, it's been a long time coming. Xavier Moon finally on the court tonight. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, we're excited that he finally gets a chance to, come out and do the things that we've been waiting for him to do. Obviously it took a little bit longer for him to get cleared, but we're excited that he'll be on the court tonight.
You're playing Montreal tonight. You only had 1 game against them this season. How does that impact preparation?
Yeah, obviously it's a bit of a tight turnaround from our road trip. So, for us, we got together this morning and we looked at some of the things that, that they do when they're at their best. And, we know that it's going to take a complete team effort from us.
Your team's in a good position right now, top in the West. You've clinched a playoff spot. What do you want the guys to work on tonight?
Yeah, we just want to continue to play with the urgency that it's going to take to, be successful in the postseason. And, we only have a handful of games left before we wrap up regular season. And, we really feel like we still have room to improve. And for us to do that, we really have to come out and play the way that we're intending to play at the biggest moments.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Tip-off just moments away. Stay with us. You're watching CBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Canada, welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, for that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger, the players got better, the quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian Goose.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is the trail. This is the real. And all that I got there. I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Sliding away. What a block from behind.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Well, welcome back inside Canada Life Center. Starting lineup's about to be introduced, so let's take a look at them right now. It's a depleted lineup here for the Montreal Alliance. Kevin Wasawe getting the start today, as is Prince Ojero, who had a great game last game. Blondo Chutuqueño getting the start as well, with Lou Williams III and Trent Johnson. For the Sea Bears, no surprises here. One addition people have been looking forward to. Emmanuel Acott, Teddy Allen, and Xavier Moon making his debut with the Sea Bears. The three-time CEBL MVP and two-time CEBL champion, Isaiah Osborne and Jeremiah Tillman Jr. rounding out the starting five for the Winnipeg Sea Bears. Now we take a look at the player to watch. Let's start with Montreal. Dave, who do you have on your radar tonight?
Cucureno, I think, is going to be a key to this game. He's an exciting player. He can shoot the three. He's tough on the drive. He goes downhill so well. He's got a little floater going to the left. He can do a lot of things. He could really score. I think he's going to be a key to the game for them. He's also incredibly tough on the glass. Really good rebounder. So he's a guy that Winnipeg's going to have to worry about, keep in check, and if they can do that, it can go a long way.
I'm not a betting man, Dave, but if I were a betting man, I would have bet that your player to watch for the Sea Bears is Xavier Moon.
Yeah, Xavier Moon. We've never seen him. In this uniform, it'll be really interesting. You know, three-time MVP. He's done so much. He's been around. He's really bought in. He watched all the games when he was away in Russia. Now that he's here, he's been a big part of what they're doing. He's in practice every day. I think he's going to make them way better. I think now we've got a two-headed monster with two former CEBL MVPs, and I think things can only go up.
And another addition for the Winnipeg Sea Bears, a familiar face to Sea Bears fans, the 2023 closer, as he was known as affectionately here, Jelani Watson-Gale, signed just before the road trip. He's 2 games in, but making his return to Winnipeg tonight, so people very excited about that. Depleted roster for Montreal. Quincy Guerrier not in the lineup. Nate Chimanga not in the lineup. Guillaume Boucard not in the lineup. Some key Canadians not in there either. So the Montreal Alliance really gave up a good opportunity in a very tight playoff race. We'll talk about that as that goes on. But they had a golden opportunity to get a win in Vancouver just a couple of days ago. They blew a 22-point lead and then a 10-point lead in target time to lose by 1 point. In Vancouver before coming here. So obviously a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's really difficult. It's difficult to be on the road. They go all the way across the country to lose a game like that. Then they got to turn around 2 days later, come to Winnipeg, go into this cauldron, play against the team that's rare to go, who's also coming off a tough loss, who's going to be really wanting to play. And they've just added Xavier Moon to the lineup. So yeah, it's a tough one for Jermaine Small, a really good coach, a really good guy, as you know. So hopefully the Alliance will play well. Hopefully they can get up against adversity, you can, just band together and make things happen. They are a real team-oriented group, and let's see if they can pull through.
Sea Bears without Trey McGowans tonight and Simon Hildebrandt, both out on the injured list tonight. And Trayvon Scott no longer in this lineup. He was released as he's going to take on a European opportunity. DJ Burns has stepped up in that regard, but they do need a lot from these guys that to fill in what was a very important role for the Sea Bears coming off the bench. They're coming off a tough loss too. Back-to-back losses against Calgary. They did win the game in Saskatoon, but Calgary won the game here last Sunday and here today, so a lot to focus on here for the Sea Bears. It is now time for tip-off presented by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL, and Xavier Moon gets it here early. Tonight's officials are crew chief Reed Scott, umpires Reed Kenyon, and Chris Brischuk. Everybody here to see number 17 for the first time. He's been on the bench for a long time, waiting for this moment. Jeremiah Tillman Jr. going to get things started for Winnipeg. An early 2 points here in the first possession.
This is the team that Coach Rainbow wanted to put together. This is like 5 guys that he thought were going to be a big factor for him, so let's see what happens.
Here's a pass inside, miscommunication out of bounds, so Winnipeg going to get the ball here on a turnover. And that might be a little bit to be expected here with Montreal. Again, they're depleted, a lot of injuries, a lot of movement within their roster. It's a team that is fighting for a playoff spot. As Tegan said earlier, Moon gets his first 2 points as a Winnipeg Sea Bear. That's got to feel good for Xavier.
And if that's what we're going to see, that's pretty good. He changed gears there and got to the rim and made the easy layup.
Montreal, as Tegan said in the pregame show, last in the East, but they're 1 game out of second place.
Yeah, it's a real dogfight on the other side.
Otro misses the hook shot from inside the key. Teddy Allen with the rebound. Montreal wearing the navy blue pinstripe jerseys, a beautiful kit. Sea Bears wearing their popular teal. Here's a pull-up for Moon. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebound Teddy. 10 on the shot clock, balls inside to Tillman. Skips it out to the wing, and there's a 3. That one's from Emmanuel Aycott.
Great ball movement there by the Sea Bears. That's what they have to do. Unselfish, ball goes in, ball comes out, cross court to an open shooter.
Jaqueno gets it inside. That shot missed by Johnson. Another rebound here for Teddy. 7-0 Sea Bears early. Allen working on Williams. Hands it off to Tillman for the mid-range jumper. No good. Easy rebound there for Montreal. Osawe had a double team quickly. The ball's worked around by Montreal. Shot fake from Johnson. Now it goes up, and he cans that. Montreal on the board with their first 3 of the game.
And again, nice ball movement from Montreal. That's one of the things the Alliance do. They run their sets, they get the ball through, they often end up with pick and roll, but nice possession.
Here's Tillman working in the post, has the ball knocked out, but that's going to be a foul on Prince Odro.
I think Winnipeg's much better when they have this early looks inside. When they get the ball into Tillman, they run things off him. You got to look in the replay here. He puts in a couple bounces. He's going to go up and get fouled. Height on the elbow, but that's one of the things they do really well. When he gets touches early, the ball goes in, the ball moves. I think they're much better in the quarter court that way. We know that they can score in transition. We know they like to get out and push it, but they're so much better, I think, half-court basketball when they get the ball into the paint, whether it's off the bounce or whether it's off the entry into Tillman.
Montreal playing here for the 3rd time only. 1 year they did not play, and they are still winless at Canada Life Centre, though the all-time series between these two is 3 wins apiece. Here's Osawe working on Osborne. Osborne played for Montreal once upon a time. Here's a take, and the ball's knocked away. It's Osborne. Lead pass to Teddy Allen. And Allen throws it down with a 2-hand flush.
And that's what the Sea Bears do, right? That defensive intensity. You can see how hard they were working there. They're just putting the pressure on the Alliance. And then, of course, a run-out Teddy with the easy dunk.
Williams with a nice spin inside. Puts up the floater. No good. Ball was just hanging around. It's picked up by Montreal. Williams swings it over to Johnson. He's already got a 3-pointer today. He'll feed it inside. Nice find to a cutting Osawe from Odro. That'll draw a foul on Isaiah Osborne, so it'll be 2 shots here.
And again, Montreal's doing a good job in terms of execution. They haven't made some shots, and Winnipeg has really played hard. We can see here a nice back cut on the inside. Osborne got caught. That's the second time in 2 possessions where Osborne was a little flat-footed in my eyes. Normally a guy who's really making things happen on the defensive end and on the offensive end, but puts in a shift. He was flat-footed on the rebound. Montreal got an extra possession, and that time he got beat on the back cut.
Here's Osawe's first attempt. Jack Hemphill checking into the game for the first time, the product from Raleigh, North Carolina, recent signing for Montreal. Also on the court for Montreal, Keyshawn Barthélemy. And checked in now for the Sea Bears, DJ Burns and Mason Krause. Burns, last 2 games, has really picked up his play, getting more minutes with the absence of Trey Scott, who was released to pursue European opportunities. A shot there, no good. DJ Burns missing his first field goal opportunity. There's the ball worked inside high post. Mason Krause going to pick up the foul on Hemphill.
One of the things that Burns really does, I think he brings energy, and I think he allows, the Sea Bears, when he can play at the 5 spot, they can do that switching 1 to 5, which Coach Rainbow really likes. He's very active, moves his feet, really good athlete, long-armed. And, he's shot the ball well the last few weeks.
Inbound at the baseline. Hemphill gets some position on Burns, nearly bumped out of bounds. Montreal going to reset here, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Skip pass finds Williams. Quick closeout from Moon. Moon gets a hand on the ball, going to be called for the foul.
And again, great intensity in the quarter court defensively from the Sea Bears. Really all over the Alliance so far. They're really putting a lot of pressure on them. Nothing easy, no easy looks. Montreal's hanging in, but Winnipeg really, really bringing the heat early. I think that's one of the things coming off that disappointing road trip. And they haven't been great the last 2 weeks, I would say. Probably the least intensity and consistency we've seen this season. So I think that's one of the things they really wanted to do, not only with the additions of the new players, but also just to bring the energy back.
Williams goes 1-1 on that trip to the foul line. He's an 84% free throw shooter, on the season. 10-5, they've cut this deficit in half. Moon to Krause. Little hesitation, drops it off to Acott for 3 in the corner. Rebound there for Allen. Inside pass, no good. A block on the way in. Acott took it, and the foul is going to go against Johnson.
And again, Montreal is also playing some hard-nosed defense right now. They're really putting a shift.
This Western Conference game is presented by Cal Tire. Substitutions come in for Montreal. Theo Horton into the game now, getting his first floor time of the day. And Chudueño also checking back into the game for Montreal. And Acott cashes in on that one. It's 11-5 here for the Sea Bears. Chudueño working on Acott. His feet are moving, has him working hard. Montreal really having to work on these possessions to find any space. Suffocating defense from Winnipeg. Burns challenging the shot, going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, Winnipeg really working hard defensively, moving feet, switching everything, not scared to do whatever. Chudueño really tough off the bounce, though, going to the left, takes it in, draws contact. Smart play there. He got Acott a little extended and Burns a little extended, drew the contact, gets to the line to the shooting pair.
Yeah, pardon me, I said Chudueño.
Yeah, Chudueño, you're right. He's a tough player. He can shoot it. He can put it on the floor going either way. He can pull up going to the right. He likes the floater going to the left. He can make life difficult.
He gets that one fall. Perfect at the line is Chukwuemio.
It looks like the Alliance is going to put a little pressure on Sea Bears, not make it easy for them. Use a little bit of clock soft full court pressure.
And during those foul shots, as Allen puts up a three and cans it, Jelani Watson-Gale checking into the game for the first time, officially making his return to Winnipeg. Wearing number 3. He said his favorite jerseys are the black, but he's enjoying this new teal jersey. They didn't have the teal jersey when he played here last. Tough defense here on Osawe. Gets the spin, and it's a block, but that's going to be an easy call for the goaltending on Tillman. And we got a timeout, so that means we got a quick break. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, CEBL Plus, and the CEBL YouTube page.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
Welcome back to Winnipeg. The Sea Bears holding a 14-9 lead on the Montreal Alliance. Teddy Allen already has 5 points early in this one. Dave Crook, not to say that he's had bad games, but we're used to seeing Teddy Allen scoring in the 30s more often than not, and he's had 2 straight games where he's been held under 20, so getting his rhythm here early has to feel good.
Yeah, no question, and he's looked really good. That last possession where the ball swung, got to him with space, and he knocked down a long 3 ball. Yeah, he looked very confident so far. He's also been really active. I think when he's active defensively, when he's getting to the glass, he's just so much better now. Like in the old days, it was just so much more one-dimensional. Now, when the other parts of his game are going, I think he's better offensively.
Yeah, he had a double-double in those games, too. The rebounding did not fall off, that's for sure. He's got 4 of those already today as Jelani Watson-Gale misses his first attempt. And quickly coming out is Horton for Montreal, trying to beat Winnipeg to their defensive position. Here's Hemphill for 3, and he gets the friendly roll.
Yeah, nice move, nice action there, Hemphill, and a little screen and pop. Wide open, knocked down the 3.
Moon getting his first break of the game out of the timeout. Here's Osborne with a sweeping underhand, no good. Smoke goes off prematurely. Montreal with numbers. They're going to slow it down, get it to the wing. It's a 2-point ball game. Winnipeg leading 14-12. Horton's take is knocked out of bounds by Tillman. And Williams III going to check back in for Montreal.
A lot of contact at both ends there. I think that players wanted calls, didn't get them. Obviously, Isaiah Osborne really unhappy with that little scoop shot, didn't get it, but then they go the other way and no call again. So referees just let the guys play early.
Here's a 3-point attempt. That's no good. Osawe with a great rebound over Acott, and he's going to draw the foul. 2 shots coming up for Kevin Osawe.
And that's when the Alliance could be dangerous, right? I said that one of the things they do is they attack the glass and forwards bring great energy. And if Winnipeg doesn't match that, Acott got caught flat-footed. It's not the first time in this game that a Sea Bear's been caught flat-footed, and the Alliance are just going to pound it.
That's already 5 free throws made for Montreal in this one.
But part of that's been they've been going to the glass, they've been getting the ball inside, they've been getting in the lane. Winnipeg's putting a lot of energy on, forcing them to bounce the ball, and when they do that, Montreal's been able to draw some contact.
Osawe nails both, so 4 trips to the line, and they've done well on 6 of those attempts, 6 of the 8. Moon about to check back into this game. Jelani Watson-Gale still looking for his first points here in Winnipeg, and there they are.
Just calm and cool, collected. He just takes it down, draws a little contact, finishes soft touch off the glass.
And there's the steal. Teddy Allen picks the pocket and slams it home.
And once again, defense creating offense, and that time it's Teddy Allen. Great play. He's been the beneficiary of a couple runouts already for the Sea Bears.
Sea Bears build a 4-point lead, 18-14, 3 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first quarter. And that pass goes out of bounds. Last touch by Montreal, so it'll be Winnipeg basketball. Allen going to get a break here. Allen 7 points and 4 rebounds with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Xavier Moon checking back into the game.
Well, you can see Winnipeg really, they're just willing to switch anything right now. And even I think they're probably going 1-5 even with Tillman getting involved in those switches.
Here's a very new look for Winnipeg. Moon and Jelani Watson-Gale both on the floor right now. Two very impactful guards. Here's a nice pass inside to Tillman, and he draws the foul going to the rack.
But it's 2 point guards who both have the ability to score. They both have the ability to attack on the dribble. They both have the ability to attack on the dribble to create. And this one here, we see a nice little move. He comes off the screen. Tillman on the roll, set play, reach in, foul. Tillman goes to the line to shoot a pair. But a nice execution there by the Sea Bears. But that's one of the things that, you know, having that, I mean, that there's a double two-headed monster. There's the Moon Allen two-headed monster, but there's the Gale Watson Moon two-headed monster having the double point guard, right? And it's a real weapon, because when you got two guys who are that creative with that kind of athleticism and the ability to also score, it's really, really difficult to stop.
And Tillman Jr. gets the first one to fall. He's a 58% free throw shooter, and today he's perfect.
Look confident, knock those down easy.
Gaudreau going to dribble the ball up. Watson-Gale on him. He's going to pick up his dribble. Not going to mess around. Watson-Gale is a sneaky guard. You got to be careful. And there's a shot, no good. Chicoenio couldn't get it to fall. Moon shifts a little bit, trying to evade his defender. Now he's got a lane, puts up the floater, doesn't get it to fall, but he follows his shot and volleys it in.
Same sort of play there, that same screen and roll. That time they guarded a little better job on Tillman. Moon went down the lane with a floater, but he's so athletic, he just goes and gets his own.
And there's the response from Horton. And Teddy Allen, not much of a break. A minute later, he's coming back on the floor at the next whistle. Here's a pass out to the wing. It's Acott for three. No. Jelani Watson-Gale, big screen to get around with Gaudreau. Enough room for Horton. Has to pick up his dribble, though, as the help came in. Here's Johnson for a long three. Hand in his face, no good. Moon, nice dribble, goes through the oohs and ahs. The pass, the three, no. And the ball will just go out of bounds, and it will be Montreal basketball. Burns and Allen checking back into the game for Winnipeg.
You can see that, oh, sorry, Joe. You can see in the last couple times, Winnipeg's not switching with Tillman. They're only switching 1 to 4. It'll be a little different now with Burns back in the game. It'll be 1 to 5 again.
Georges Lefebvre getting his first action here for Montreal. So is Keyshawn Barthélemy, who's back into the game. He's played once here already. There's Barthélemy. Trying to get it inside. He finally finds Gaudreau. Nice move from Gaudreau, but he can't get the shot to fall. Here's Allen on the wing. Thought about it. Second chance, puts it up, no good. Rebound for Montreal. Minute left here in the first quarter. There's the pull-up shot, no good. Quick one. Rebound taken down by Isaiah Osborne. Jermaine Spall not happy with that shot selection. Allen right into his defender. Another two for Teddy. He's got 9.
Bit of a mismatch there on the inside. Allen just a little bigger and stronger. Had his way with Barthélemy.
It's Barthélemy. Guarded by Burns. Burns giving him a fair bit of gap at the perimeter. Johnson, long three. Yes. Trent Johnson.
He's a shooter. He's knocked down a couple already early. Winnipeg can't give him that much time and space.
24-19 is the score. 10 seconds left in this quarter. Moon holding for the last shot. Gets the screen from Burns. Burns gets it back from the top. Here's a three, and he cans it. And that'll do it. Sea Bears end the quarter with a three-pointer from DJ Burns, and he is getting the crowd hyped. Sea Bears hold the 27-19 lead. We'll be back in just a minute with second quarter action. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now, you might have questions like,
do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
Gotta love a Canadian boost.
Two hands, me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Scan the QR code for your chance to win the ultimate CEBL Finals trip, courtesy of redtag.ca. You can score round-trip flights and courtside seats to the CEBL Finals. Visit cebl.ca/redtag for full contest details. Welcome back to Winnipeg. I'm Joey Slattery. Dave Crook, our color analyst today, and Tegan Rasha, our sideline reporter. Tegan was in that timeout and has an update for us. Tegan, what do you got?
Joey, Coach Jermaine Small had some intensity during that break, but a lot of focus is on the offensive end. He wants the guys to get open, create lots of movement, and get the ball in the net.
Thank you, Tegan. Yeah, there's a lot of cause for concern here, particularly how that quarter ended. A three-pointer from DJ Burns to extend this lead to 8.
Yeah, that was great execution by Winnipeg, though. I mean, Moon attracted 3 guys, got deep in the paint, and Burns was wide open.
Montreal, first possession of the quarter, looking to dig into that, and they do. Lou Williams III with a 3.
Nice shot by Williams, but it's not just him. It's the ball movement, the side to side, great. And that's what Coach Small wants, and that's one thing that Montreal does very well, is they share the ball.
Moon dishes it off to Balamu, who's seeing his first floor time of the night, or day, whatever you want to say. Early evening ball game.
Yes.
It was a delayed start, a change start, I should say. It was supposed to be 3 p.m. Central Time. It turned into 5 p.m. because of the World Cup final. And it's a big day here in Winnipeg. Xavier Moon in his first game with the Sea Bears after a long, arduous fight to get to this point, as Odro puts into for Montreal. He needed a release, his FIBA release from his Russian team Zenit in Russia and the Russian Basketball Federation. He got it in the nick of time. He needs to play in every game here in order to qualify for playoffs, and that shouldn't be a problem now. Here's a pass inside. Burns with the touch, but can't get it to fall over Odro.
Odro's a big body. He takes up a lot of space. Really tough shooting over that left shoulder on the offensive end. Battles on the inside and the defensive end.
Osaway. Well, Trent Johnson was looking for Osaway on a give back, but there was some miscommunication. It goes out of bounds. Winnipeg will get the ball back as Odro takes a seat.
Yeah, he just repositioned on the offensive side and when the ball bounce pass came in.
Georges Lefebvre back into the game here for Montreal as Odro is on the bench. Here's Burns inside. Spin move on Williams, going to draw the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
And that's an area right now where they've got to be a little concerned on the Alliance side. Winnipeg's just a little bit bigger, or not just, overall, their overall size, and they're just bullying them a little bit on the inside.
And it's a good opportunity to do that with Prince Odro not on the floor.
Yeah, well, for sure when he's not out there. But even when he's on the floor, Winnipeg has a real size advantage, at the wing spots. And I think they're really trying to push the ball in and get all those guys are comfortable playing down on the block and getting them some touches.
Burns hits the first one. Montreal keeps chipping away. They're within 4. It seems like every time there's a bit of a pad, they fight their way back in.
They've done a good job. They've really executed, and they're putting in a real solid effort on the defensive end as well.
Burns hits both, and with that, Jeremiah Tillman Jr. will check back into the game for DJ Burns.
And right now, Winnipeg has a real size advantage. It'll be interesting to see what Montreal does on offense.
This Barthélemy puts up a shot, no good. Allen with another rebound. He's got 5. 9 points, 5 rebounds for Teddy Allen. Tillman Jr. trying to work on the 5. He loves that spin move, goes for the reverse. It's blocked, but it will be a foul. 2 shots coming up for Jeremiah Tillman Jr.
We said Odro wasn't in the game. It didn't last long. He got a quick breather. He's got to come right back on the floor, especially with Tillman out there for Winnipeg.
George the 5 coming off, and Prince Odro and Jeremiah Tillman Jr., those are a key matchup for these guys. They're not the players to watch in this game, but that is a key matchup for both these teams.
I think they're both going to log a lot of minutes, and I think even more so on the Montreal side, I think Odro has to be on the floor because he's the only real size they have in the lineup. Big body, long arms, good athlete. But if they don't have him, I think that Winnipeg can really put a lot of pressure on them on the inside.
Cal Tire's a proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com. 30-24 is your score. Here's a steal from Moon. He's going to step back over Odro, and he cans the 3.
Wow, then look at the crowd right away. They're excited on that one. But a nice play. Montreal using Odro in the full court to attack the Winnipeg press. Moon turns it over and knocks down the 3 ball in the corner.
And in the process, restores a 9-point lead. Montreal looking for a callback, and there it is. Barthélemy.
Wow, what a great hoop there. That was beautiful. Barthélemy just attacks with that right hand going through across the paint and finishes soft over the top.
Moon and Allen, a lot of questions on how these two can coexist. So far, so good. Allen dropping in another 2. He's got 11.
Not a problem so far. I think there's a lot of respect between the two of them, and that goes a long way.
Allen just as excited as anyone else to have him in the lineup. It takes a lot of pressure off him as the main scorer for Winnipeg. Here's a shot from the corner. No. Isaiah Osborne with the rebound. Here's Allen going right at Johnson. Had nowhere to go. Gets it out to Moon. Moon shot fake. Pulls up for the mini. And he cans it. Xavier Moon starting to feel it. And that's going to draw a timeout for Montreal.
Yeah, Coach Wally doesn't want the game to lead the spread. And right now Winnipeg got it to double digits. And that could be trouble on the road.
Sea Bears lead by 9, 37-26. Stay with us. We'll be right back after a quick break.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying?
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
Redtag.ca
New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jerseys now by visiting CEBL.ca. Sea Bears. That is Montreal away a little bit. They fight their way right back in, and last time they called the timeout in the first quarter. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and it's defense. They play pretty well defensively. They communicate, they work hard, they play together, and that's what makes the difference for them. They're putting in a shift. Winnipeg at the same time is probably the best defensive team in the league. They just work so hard, put so much time and effort into it. They really try to take teams out of how they want to execute.
As mentioned, Montreal coming out a very disappointing loss, a frustrating loss to Vancouver, where they gave up not only a 22-point lead, but a 10-point lead going into target score time. They ended up losing by 1. Winnipeg also disappointed after dropping a second game to Calgary, losing 2 of their last 3. Those 2 losses to Calgary. They did get a big road win against Saskatoon, though, earlier this last week. Horton hesitates, then puts up the shot. It's a little short. Rebound for Montreal. Barthélemy gets blocked by Moon, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Montreal. What a play by Moon.
Yeah, and he's all over the court there. He's closing out on the open shooter. Then he comes across, challenges the rebounder. Then he blocks the shot. Then he, makes that play. I mean, and when your best players are committed and put in effort on the defensive end, it just makes everybody else play harder.
Here's Moon trying to get it done offensively as well. Gets it over to Allen, who's got 11 here tonight. Allen, off-balance shot. Doesn't fall, but he will go to the line for 2. I think that foul's going to go against Kevin Osawe. And yes, it will.
Yeah, Osawe really...
Oh, sorry, that's Barthélemy.
Really frustrated there. He thought that he played pretty good defense. There was some contact. Teddy Allen drew it as he went to that little runner off 1 foot with his right hand. Couldn't get it to drop, and he missed another free throw. He's been missing at least 1 a game lately. And he just, to me, it looks like he's a little hurried in some of those ones. But, because I think he was shooting a 90% clip early in the season. It's dropped a little bit. He almost seems to miss one every single game.
Yeah, he's a 90% shooter, 89.5%.
He shoots a lot of free throws, so
yes.
That helps. But yeah, he gets into a little bit of a rush. I know he missed one in the Calgary game. And the same thing.
He averages 7 free throws a game. Montreal down 12. Can't get that shot to fall. Odro with a great fight, but he can't get the putback. Jeremiah Tillman Jr. with the block. Allen on Johnson, pulling up for 3. Yes.
Oh, and that's what Teddy does. They ought to transition that pull-up 3. But again, a big effort. But Odro's like battling himself down there. It's really tough for the big man from Montreal.
Odro played his career in Brampton until he was released earlier this year and joined Montreal shortly after. A very motivated forward. Here's another steal for Winnipeg. Allen on the run. Count it.
That's 3 runouts for Winnipeg for Teddy Allen alone, and that's dangerous for Montreal. This game could get stretched in a hurry if they're not cautious.
It's a 17-point lead for Winnipeg. Here's a shot for Horton for 3. No good, and Tillman Jr. No, that's not Tillman Jr. that gets the rebound. It's Xavier Moon. That's how high he jumped. Gets it inside to Tillman Jr. now. Tillman Jr. rattles the ball around, then loses it.
Good possession there for the Alliance on defense. They needed that takeaway. And then they turn around and give it right back. There's nothing worse, as a coach, you always preach to your players that turnovers kill you at any point, but anytime when you take the ball away from the other team, you have to be so efficient in those possessions. When you steal one from them, you can't give the ball back, and that's what they did right there.
And this is a team that's really been playing in the half court, not really getting out in transition. And then that one, trying to make a decision, or making a play before you're making a decision. You're in the air, and then you're looking for your options. It's never a good recipe.
No, it's not great, and Coach Small won't be happy with that. But they did a great job. They battled. They got the turnover. Now they've got to see if they can do it again.
Here's Krause over to Osborne at the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He takes the screen from Burns. He's going to pop up from the wing. He loves that spot, but it's not great for him right now. Krause back to Osborne. Going to try again. And no, a little short on that one as well. And there's going to be a off-ball foul here. And this is going to go against Montreal.
I think it's a rebounding foul on the inside. I think they had Burns tied up underneath. But Osborne, you know, the first couple weeks when he came in, it seemed like he couldn't miss in this building. Everything went in for him. Right now, he had, you know, he missed that first one. It was a little short, a little flat. I thought, well, when he got that second look, I thought his radar would be tuned in, but it wasn't close.
Osborne 0 for 3 today. And there's a shot, rebound up, and it's going to be a foul against DJ Burns.
That's a tough one on the inside, a battle for the rebound. One of those ones where, I mean, I think there's contact. It would have been great to see that play just go on. See if we get a look at the foul here on the replay. We can't really see it underneath. Yeah, a little bit of contact in the arm against Hemphill, but the Alliance had the ball, but that's a big impact for Burns. I think that's his second, so he's going to have to sit.
2 on Burns. Jeremiah Tillman Jr. back into the game. He has no fouls, which is good news for the Sea Bears as we're at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. If you've watched a lot of Sea Bears basketball, you know one of the bigger challenges this year is keeping him on the floor because of foul trouble, but he's doing a great job here tonight. Montreal trying to dig into this lead. And they can't get it to fall, having all sorts of struggles to find the basket as Montreal this quarter.
Big energy there on the glass, though. That was the first time we've seen. So on that screen and roll there, Tillman was in drop coverage, and then we saw a switch, which isn't normal when he's on the floor for Winnipeg, but they did it on that occasion.
Lotto Max now gives you even more chances to win with new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket now. Must be 18 plus. So Montreal retains the possession, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson has a couple of threes today. Make that 3. Johnson feeling it from beyond the arc.
He's a great shooter, time and space. He knocked that one down easy.
43-29. It's a chance for Teddy here as he gets that to go. 3 points for Teddy. Make it 20 on the night. So there goes his streak of less than 20 points a game. We're not even at halftime.
Talk about time and space. There's the guy you can't give it to when he has that. You know, when he has that much room, he can't miss.
Aycott right on Johnson. He finds a lane, goes right to the rack. Nice layup there, beating Tillman Jr. to it.
Johnson's really come out to play. He's done a good job so far.
Johnson's got 11 here. He leads the scoring for Montreal. Here's Jelani Watson-Gale. Puts up the 3. No good. Watson-Gale has a 2-pointer here tonight, still looking for his first 3. Here's a drive. Montreal, no. That was Chukwuemeka. Hesitation from Watson-Gale. Goes through the key, gets it out to Osborne. Osborne going to drive. Skip back to Jelani Watson-Gale. A lot of cutting and passing. The shot, though, no good from Watson-Gale. He's shaking his head. He's trying to get his rhythm here.
Yeah, he's just trying to find his place, right? And it's just a little bit of work right now. But Montreal, the energy, just a little bit tough right now for them.
Osaway fakes the shot, takes it inside, but loses the ball. Jeremiah Tillman Jr. picks it up, and it's Watson-Gale getting it to Allen in the corner. Here's a hard off 3, and just missed. You never know with Teddy Allen. It looks like it's crazy, and then it sometimes goes in. Not that time. And with that last bucket from Teddy Allen, sets the record for points scored in a single season. Another take there. That was from Johnson, and that's going to call or draw a timeout here from Mike Rainbow. But Teddy Allen is Teddy Buckets for a reason. I think it only makes sense that he gets that record for the single season scoring. It's almost like due time.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question. I mean, what he can do is he can really fill it up. You know, we're saying he had 2 games under 20. He goes 20 in the first half. But Coach Rainbow just unhappy with how they've been executing. They've played so well. They stretched the game open a little bit, and then they just had a couple of loose possessions in a row. No wonder there's a timeout.
Coming up at the half, we have a CEBL feature on Quincy Guerrier, built in Montreal. Tegan will interview Montreal Alliance head coach Jermaine Small, and the first half stats, as well as a revisit to Dave's players to watch, will be in order during halftime. You don't want to miss it. But yeah, this is talking about Jelani Watson-Gale. Watson-Gale, since he's last been here, has gained a lot of experience playing overseas, but also a mainstay on the Great Britain national team, where he's got some international experience. He said, you know, some of those games he's playing a lot, other games he's not seeing a lot of time, but it's always an honor to play for your country. When you're playing at the top level internationally, it shows in your game.
Yeah, you get that opportunity to represent your country. There's nothing like it, you know, and I mean, obviously, I could never do it as a player. I got to do it as a coach, and it's pretty, you know, it's pretty emotional. It's pretty outstanding, and it never gets tired. You know, it's just such an honor to be in that position.
One of my favorite stories, Jeremiah Tillman Jr. was telling me he was playing when he was playing for Team USA. I think it was last year for the World Cup qualifying window, and the first time playing for USA, and he says, you know, I was excited, you know, get to play for Team USA. And then he said he's getting into it in the key, and one of the players pulled his jersey, went up to him, he said, "Don't pull this one. I don't know if I'll ever get another." It's like, normally I don't care, but this one I want to keep. So that just goes to show what it means to represent your country in FIBA competition. Speaking of Tillman Jr., here he is in the key, but it's going to be a travel violation, or I believe it might be an offensive foul. I'll get the call here from Reed Kenyon. Yeah, it's going to be a foul here against Tillman Jr., a little too aggressive. Tegan Rasha was in the timeout. Tegan, what do you got for us?
Joey, Coach Small had some comments to him despite being down by 13 points, but he wants the guys to focus on lots of passing in the offensive end and aggressive on the defense.
Thank you, Tegan. Yeah, the aggressiveness certainly would help down 13. They were down by as many as 17 at one point. Williams trying to dig into that. Rims out. Moon going to slow it down here. Minute 10 seconds left in the half. Moon picks up his dribble. Plenty of time here for Acott. 10 on the shot clock. He goes right at Johnson, and he'll lay it in. Haven't heard his name in a while.
Yeah, nice take. One of the things they're really doing a number on Teddy Allen now. They're just trying to totally deny him the ball, face checking him, not letting him get a catch.
Yeah, Allen, 20 points, 5 rebounds here so far. Here's a pass inside. Again, miscommunication, easily picked up by Moon, who puts on the Jets. Up he goes, laying in 2, and the foul.
And that's trouble for the Alliance when they turn it over and Winnipeg gets going. They're going downhill. Guys like Moon, they have so many guys comfortable with the ball. He just takes that all the way. We'll see here on the turnover, tough pass, doesn't go. And Moon just takes it all the way, coast to coast. Look at him change gears, and then he just goes to the rim, little touch contact, finishes off the glass, three-point play opportunity.
It's so impressive how he creates space. In that case, in the air, like the body positioning's perfect. He's got the length. He's not the tallest guard, but he's got the long reach, and he can jump. But with that take right there, you saw it, you know, just creating enough separation, being able to finish like that. This is the elite point guard everybody was waiting to see.
Explosive, change of pace. You know, he's got a great handle. He's got the in-between game. He can shoot the three. I mean, there's no wonder he was a 3-time MVP. He just basically has the whole package. And he puts in a shift on the defensive end. So what more can you ask for?
Yeah, he's, if you're unfamiliar with Xavier Moon, he played in the first few years in Edmonton. We're going to take a look at this replay again. Just a beautiful way. This is going to be a great angle here, too, of this one. But he played with Edmonton, won 2 championships with the Stingers, 3 MVPs, and the trophy that is awarded to the most valuable player every year is a large X in homage to him, which you have to imagine comes with a little bit of pressure, you know, when you come back to a league like this. He hasn't played in 5 years, right? But he said, I'm not letting it bother me. Like, this is not why I'm here.
Something he hasn't played in 5 years. He hasn't played in this league in 5 years.
That's what I mean, in the CEBL,
He's played a lot of games at a lot of different levels since then. And, you know, you can just see, like, how special he is on that shot on that coast to coast. We saw him coming down the lane. He got just before center, and he looked up and he saw the sea parting, and he just turned it up a gear, and he was taking it to the rim, and nothing was going to stop him.
Yeah, Moon said he's not here to prove anything. He just, you know, people were telling him the league's got better, and he wanted to come see for himself. And so far in his debut, doing great. He's got 11 points, 4 rebounds, make that 12 points. So a good opening half here for Xavier Moon in his first game with a new team in the CEBL. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Chukwuenyo, skip pass. Oh, mishandled there. A little too high, a little too hard. And Lou Williams couldn't draw it in.
But a great pressure from the Sea Bears, right? They were really Chukwuemeka had no time and space. They were all over him there. They come off that high screen. Odoyer was not a good perimeter scorer, so he's on the outside. So Winnipeg just collapses on the inside, puts pressure on the pass, turnover, Sea Bears ball.
Kevin Osawe back into the game for Lou Williams. Shot clock's turned off. 13 seconds left here in the first half. Xavier Moon going to hold this possession until the last possible second. Takes the screen from Tillman Jr. Puts up the three. Yes. 1 second on the clock. Good if it goes. And no. So the Winnipeg Sea Bears close out the first half with a 21-point lead, 54-33. The steam has really picked up here for Winnipeg as this half went on.
We haven't seen many plays when a guy waves off Teddy Allen on the last play of a half.
Yeah, that is the luxury of having Xavier Moon and Teddy Allen on the same team. Between them, they've got 4 MVPs in this 8-year existence of the CEBL. When you put it that way, it's quite stunning. And we've got Tegan Rasha standing by with the newest member of the Sea Bears, Xavier Moon.
Xavier, you've had to wait a long time to finally get your chance to play. How are you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm over the moon. No pun intended, but feel really good, man. It's been a month. Legs feel good, shot feel good, so I'm trying to keep it going in the second half.
You really started to shine in this second quarter. Now you guys are up by 21 points. What do you have to do to keep this going in the second half?
Kind of keep doing what we've been doing the first half. Clean up a few things on defense, man, and we'll be fine.
All right, thanks and good luck.
You're welcome.
Guys.
Thank you, Tegan. Yes, over the moon. A great start for Xavier Moon. 15 points and 2 rebounds, as well as 4 assists here in the first half. Teddy Allen, 20 points and 5 rebounds for Winnipeg, leading the charge here. They are MVP caliber players, and they're trying to close out the season as the top team in the West where they stand right now. Stay with us. More halftime coming up. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube.
I'm in the Quincy area, and I'm a forward. I play for the Alliance, and I'm from Montreal, Quebec. It means a lot, I think, for my growth as a player. The CEBL is a really good competition, good league for me to get better, and yeah, I'm just grateful to be here. I want them to know that I will give everything on the court, and off the court, I'm just, gonna be myself, try to give back to the community, and be the best version of myself. I think we're due for, a big run in the playoffs.
Rebound Capos, and now it's a chance for Montreal to do it. Doug Martin. Can they do it in style? They will. It took nearly 4 years, but Montreal can check it off their bucket list by finally pitching the first ever playoff berth in CEBL history.
Trying to win a championship. I think that will be the goal this year to win a championship. It feels great, especially when all the fans, supporting me and stuff, supporting us. I think it's been a great journey for me, and I'm just excited to run it back this year. Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially being the captain and, my hometown, especially last year, I remember there was a lot of pressure, but, I like the pressure. I like the fact that I'm in that position. I think it's helping me for my growth and just, for the team and everything, but I like it. It's definitely a full circle moment, especially for my family and friends to be there and cheering me on for games. It's like I said, I'm grateful to be in that position. Oh, it changes a lot. I think being able to play in front of my family is not something that happens every day, especially in my career, at Toronto or, playing whatever, overseas or in the States and all that. So it's really it's a great thing for me and have the community supporting me and being in that position. My family. Family and friends, that's it. They're the one that's been supporting me from the start, and they've been cheering me on and supporting me since I started playing basketball. So shout out to them. It's definitely there. I think it's definitely getting there. I mean, you got Toronto and I think Montreal. The fans, they showing love. They supporting. They come into our games. Whether we're losing or winning, they showing up, and it just shows a growth basketball in Montreal? I think it's just our mentality. We feel like we're the underdogs every time, and just we feel like we have to prove ourselves to get our respect and everything. So I think it's just where we're coming from too. I think it's a big part of it.
And what you've been able to cultivate. I mean, when you came in last year as that walk-on, could you have ever visualized the role that you have now and what you built even last year?
To be honest, no. I always had a belief that I can, move myself up the roster and, create some opportunities for myself. But to get this far, I guess you can say I didn't really imagine that. I know that sometimes you put in the work and you can get a little lucky, and I think that's what happened for me. Just timing and opportunity, and then just falling back on my hard work.
Because for those that don't know, I mean, Nate, like you were promised nothing last year, right? You were just said they just told you like, hey, come out to training camp and we'll see what happens, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like I was just going in there, not really expecting much. It did help a lot to know Coach Thompson last year. That really helped me a lot. But other than that, it was just really just put my head down, work, and try to make something happen. And again, I think just the amount of work I put in and the luck just paid off.
You weren't a guy who was super heavily recruited out of high school, right? Like you had to kind of prove yourself a little bit at a lower level before, going on to youth sports and making a name for yourself.
Yeah. Canada College in North Bay, Ontario, like I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't like it. Just coming from that to where I am now, it's a blessing. And obviously, Canada College isn't the typical destination that you would want to start off from, But I just kind of dealt with what I was given and then worked my way up. But yeah, you're right though. It's been a hell of a story so far.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
We want to thank you for not betting with Play Now and choosing our illegal gambling sites instead.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you might have questions like,
Do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands. Me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh, yeah. Like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back inside Canada Life Center. The halftime show wrapping up with a dog show. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, and that's exactly what the Sea Bears were hoping for when they brought Xavier Moon in. Xavier Moon living up to the hype, Dave Crook. He first half, 15 points, 4 assists, and only picked up steam as that quarter went on in the second.
Yeah, he looked really confident. He looked really comfortable. I mean, part of it is, he hasn't been able to play, but he's been in practice every day. He's been working with the guys. So, yeah, a really, really easy fit. And they look quite good.
Yeah, and Teddy Allen finding his groove again. Last couple of games, didn't score 20 points, which sounds crazy. I mean, he was still scoring, 17 and 18, whatever it was. But we're used to seeing Teddy Allen get 30 a game, and he's on that rate right now, getting 20, and it's got to feel good in the first half. Just break that 20 mark and get back to what you're doing, which is scoring buckets. Because the thing is, he's still playing well when he's not scoring, but the expectation is there, and he knows that weighs on him when he's not putting the ball in the basket.
But he didn't try to force things. Like, he just played within himself. Took open shots, worked on defense, got the ball out, got in transition. Like, it wasn't like Teddy Allen scored 20 and you were like, oh my goodness, he took a million shots. He just played basketball, just everything went in.
Yeah, and Montreal, they were staying close for that first quarter and a lot of that first part of that second quarter, but now they have their worst deficit of the game. 21 points is the lead for the Sea Bears right now. What has to be the difference here coming out of the halftime break?
Well, they got to get stops and they got to be clean with the ball. They can't let Winnipeg get anything easy in transition. So it's almost like they've got to drag the game to a standstill, and if they can do that, and it's hard because, the impetus, you need to score. They got to get 20 back, but the big thing is if the game continues at the pace it's going now, it could be 40.
Yeah, let's take a look how this all unraveled here. We'll take a look at some of the highlights. And yeah, Winnipeg got on the run. There was too many steals, too many turnovers for Montreal. 11 turnovers for the Alliance, only 2 for the Sea Bears. And, the Sea Bears making them pay on those turnovers. 12 points of those 54 came off turnovers for Winnipeg. Teddy Allen playing phenomenal. Trent Johnson's been the highlight for Montreal from beyond the arc. Johnson really the only guy carrying the heavy load. He has 3 for 5 from the line, 5 for 8 from the field, but it was Xavier Moon and Teddy Allen carrying the show here, and so many players getting in on it. But Teddy Allen, 20 points, feeling good right now, and he's going to want to keep that going in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense really hurt Montreal, and the thing is, Winnipeg's depth allows them to continue to play with that kind of energy in that defense. And what's happened to Montreal, they basically played 6 guys the whole time, so they're getting worn down too as the half went on.
Yeah, we take a look at the halftime stats. 51% from the field are the Sea Bears, 36% for Montreal. 3-point dead even at 35%. The free throws, Winnipeg getting to the line more than Montreal is. Montreal was doing a good job of that. I think all of those free throws came in that first quarter. And the ball movement's been great for Winnipeg as well. 11 assists. Montreal, when they are having some success on the offense, it's because they're moving the ball around with 7. And the rebounds, this is the fight we were expecting. 19 for Montreal, 18 for Winnipeg. And we can take a look now, Dave, as the players to watch that you had highlighted before the game. Let's take a look at how they're doing here. You had Xavier Moon and I think it was Blondo Chiqueño.
And I mean, Chiqueño's had to carry a lot of load for Montreal. He's looked after the ball. So I think he only has 2 points and a half. But, and it's not like he's played poorly, but Winnipeg's just done a really good job of him, and they know where he is. They haven't given him any space. On the other hand, Xavier Moon, not a bad night, 15, 4, and 2, for a guy who's played his first game in the league in 5 years.
Yeah, and doesn't look like he missed a beat in those 5 years. As we mentioned, he's had a very successful overseas career, had a stint with the LA Clippers in the NBA, and now he's in Winnipeg looking to get this team over the hump and win that first playoff game. Now that they've clinched, they can start talking about that, and then we'll see what happens from there. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around. With free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBL fans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
redtag.ca.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
Well, Coach, not the first half you would have liked, but what do you think your team did well?
I mean, we got out to a slow start. We came back in the game, and then we started turning over the ball. So hopefully we can, calm the turnovers down a little bit. I think we have a chance to win.
All right, down by 21 right now. How do you have to adjust for the second half of this game?
Yeah, I think they just control tempo too much. I told our guys, it doesn't feel like our kind of game. So control the tempo, slow it up, make it a little bit more mucky, and then see what happens from there.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, thank you, Tegan. And yes, a bit of a rough one there for Montreal, Dave Crook. But hey, full half to go here. But we have to give a little love to Teddy Allen here, setting the record for single season points record. He overtakes Sean East II, who had 546. That would have been last year, so it didn't last very long. But you got to remember, there's still 4 more games after this one.
Right.
How much damage could he do this year?
He can do some damage. There's no question. We know he can score. The good thing for him is he broke the record in the same number of games, potentially, right? Because the schedule's been expanded.
Yeah.
But, Teddy Allen, we've said it so many times, he's a professional scorer, right? That's what he can do. The key for me is how he's just picked up so many other parts of his game. He's just become such a complete player, and that's the difference,
And we see him here. This is the first time that we've seen him play with Xavier Moon, and that's been going great. But let's take a look at how the standings are shaping up. This is the race to the playoffs now, the thick of it. And this is our Red Tag Path to the Playoffs update. Here's how the standings are shaping up. As we mentioned, this is an important game for Montreal. They're 8-11, and they're 1 game back from the Brampton Honey Badgers in second place. It's impossible to predict the East right now, the way it's been going. Winnipeg, one of 3 teams to clinch the playoff spot. Vancouver also clinched in that win against Montreal. So with that win, now they're jockeying for position, right, for the Sea Bears. That's what it's all about right now. And we understand how important home advantage is in the playoffs for the Sea Bears, because they're much better at home than they are on the road. Taking a look as it rounds out here, Edmonton holding on to third narrowly at 8-11. Saskatoon right on their heels at 7-10. And don't look now, Calgary Surge suddenly threatening for a playoff spot at 5-13, thanks in large in part to a 4-game win streak where they knocked down the 2 teams who have clinched the playoff spot in the West.
Yeah, and they just look so much better. Coach DeVero, I know when he did his first game when they were here in Winnipeg, and I had an opportunity to talk to him, and he just said, we got to change some culture and we got to change some players. And he's done an amazing job. And he's one of the best coaches in this country, and it's really turned out for him. And I'm happy for him, And a good friend of mine does a really good job. He's a lifer, loves the game, and he's doing a great job in Calgary.
So the announcement going on the scoreboard, if you heard that applause for Teddy Allen, setting the single season record at 547 points. But he's actually got 555, all fives right now with the 20 points he has coming into this game. So congratulations, Teddy Allen. No one's surprised that is Teddy Buckets setting the record. Third quarter underway. Xavier Moon with the first possession going upstairs to Tillman Jr. He'll just take it down and put it back up.
And that's what Winnipeg does. They seem to start, they really start early. They try to get the ball into Tillman. And a nice play there. They've come out with a lot of energy.
Chukwuemeka gets it to Johnson. Johnson's been hot from three. Gets the coverage, gets the open shot to Chukwuemeka, and he gets the three to fall. Quick response.
He finally got an opportunity, wide open, and knocks it down.
And there's Jeremiah Tillman Jr. throwing it down with authority.
Oh, a nice screen and roll there. But again, Winnipeg early on, they try to get those inside touches just to open things up on the outside for the rest of the offense.
Johnson with it now, Moon on him, not giving him any space. He's able to find some paint. Gets it out to the wing, up fake and a drive. Here's the mid-range jumper, no good. That was Lou Williams.
And it is interesting, Coach Small sort of said the same thing that I had alluded to, that they need to sort of slow it down and muck it up a little bit. But it's tough to do when you're down, 22 points. That, you have a sense of urgency that comes, and it's just natural. And you just have to, you want to play fast, but it's not in their best interest to play fast.
And Jermaine Small, great connection with Xavier Moon. Xavier Moon won all those awards playing for Jermaine Small in Edmonton. Said it was great to catch up with him and says he has nothing but respect. He's a pure professional, elite basketball player. They've maintained the relationship, and he's happy to see him back in the CEBL, and he is one of many happy to see Moon back in the CEBL, except for maybe when you're playing him.
Yeah, I think you'd rather see him in the nice pinstriped uniform, but unfortunately for him, that's not going to happen.
Here's a drive for Montreal. It's Lou Williams the third, and to two defenders, can't get the hole. And here's Moon on the run from Allen. Nice play. Gritty to pretty are the Sea Bears.
A lot of contact there. Osborne made the play, but then Winnipeg does what they do so well. They take defense, turn it into offense. They get out in transition, and you can see the pass over the top from Osborne. Teddy just baits them and throws a nice cross-court pass right on the money to Xavier Moon. Need a little crossover layup with the left hand.
For those who are wondering how they'll play together, there's a nice little sample size for you. Beautiful basketball there. Isaiah Osborne picking up the hockey assist. It won't show up on the stat sheet, but that was a nice pass from Osborne out to Allen.
Yeah, he made the stop with the defensive end and then made that pass to get them out on the break.
And Chukwuemeka has the ball knocked away, and here come the Sea Bears in transition again. Allen waiting for some help. He'll spin and fade, and he gets that to fall over Johnson, and that'll draw a timeout for Montreal.
That's a ridiculous shot, but I think the Sea Bears now have 6 points from defense, to start this quarter. You think when you got the big lead, you wouldn't come out and play with that kind of energy, but they just have.
Largest lead of the night, 26 points for the Sea Bears. We'll take a look at the replay before we go to break here. Just a nice play from Tillman Jr. to get it up to Teddy Allen. Little hesitation, and anywhere near the basket, he'll get it to fall.
Unbelievable there. What a shot on that fade. I mean, that's a guy who can score.
And with that, we'll take a quick break. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube.
We want to thank you for not betting with Play Now and choosing our illegal gambling sites instead.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now, you might have questions like,
do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Welcome back to Winnipeg. Sea Bears up 62-36. I'm Joey Slattery. Alongside me, Dave Crook. Our sideline reporter is Tegan Rasha. Dave Crook, People were asking coming into this, could Teddy Allen and Xavier Moon play together, share the ball, get their looks? They're 16 for 21 combined in this one.
Yeah, and they look fantastic, and they're not forcing it. They're just taking what's coming to them, and you know, and they're just working both ways. It's a pleasure to watch right now.
Montreal needs to find something, and that is not even close to the basket, and it's an easy carry here for Teddy Allen. I say carry because it wasn't a rebound. I don't mean it in a travel sense.
But again, you know, that's good defense by the Sea Bears. They got the ball and they're running out and they're going downhill the other way. And like Montreal, like it's an impossible task for them right now, right? Like we've talked about, they're talking about mucking it up, you know, making the game difficult. And Winnipeg's just not making it easy, and they're playing so hard, and they're getting so many easy things in transition off their defense. And I think it's an impossible task. I would be shocked if the Alliance can come back.
Yeah, and Allen back at the line already has 22 points. This Western Conference game is presented by Cal Tire. Cal Tire, a proud sponsor of the CEBL Western Conference. Allen just building on this output here with 23 points so far. You can make that 24.
But, you know, the Sea Bears wanted to put a performance together. I think they've been disappointed in how they played the last little while. So this is what they needed, and it's tough on the Alliance, but it's, you know, it's a reality.
Montreal needs to get something going fast before this game slips away on them. And that will help. He gets Moon in the air, so Moon will be picking up his second foul of tonight's game.
Bartholomew taking advantage of the defensive effort that the Sea Bears are putting in. And he just waits for Moon to get up in the air and then leans into a little bit, draws the contact. But, you know, the effort and energy before that in that possession was unbelievable by Winnipeg. And this is a risky one now, too. When Odoro goes out of the game, Montreal is really vulnerable with Winnipeg's size, especially with Tillman on the floor.
As our light falls here, Dave Crook. A little too excited at the desk, Dave. We're going to need you to calm down.
Yeah.
And there's getting that shot to go.
I can actually see the court now.
Yeah, if you ever see our setup, we have a great setup. Our technical crew does a wonderful job. But the lights that make us look so beautiful, also getting our sight lines from time to time. But working with a pro like Dave Crook, it doesn't matter. Speaking of pros, Teddy Allen puts one off the glass.
Yeah, nice finish there on the running hook.
26 for Teddy, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Moon picking up another assist on that one. He's got 7. Both are flirting with double-doubles. Montreal down 28. Still plenty of time, but they got to get to work. Here's a shot. That one no good. Montreal just can't get the lid off of this bucket this quarter.
Nice play there in the transition for the Alliance. Got the steal, got possession, and Johnson will put one up.
Johnson had the touch early, not there. And here's Teddy Allen in transition. He'll lay that in for 2. Only 2 points so far, as we are now 4 minutes into the third quarter for Montreal.
But another easy basket coming off defense, coming off transition for the Sea Bears.
It's a 30-point ball game. Winnipeg leading it and looking comfortable. Another turnover for Montreal. Teddy Allen picking it up. Bartholomew gets a hand up in Allen's face, just enough to put the shot a little short. Here's Johnson with speed. He's just going to take it right in and get 2. That was much needed for Montreal.
He's had a great game. He's really played hard. Shoots it pretty good. Put it on the deck there. He's worked hard on the defensive end.
And Johnson's got 15 points. Here's Tillman Jr. with a drive, and he'll lay in 2. It's just too easy for Winnipeg right now.
Tillman's having his best game offensively I think I've seen. He's more active. He's doing a lot off that high screen and roll game. They're playing a little differently with Xavier Moon on the floor. They're using a little bit more in that screen and roll attack.
And what are the effects of that? Only 1 foul against Tillman Jr., so playing really well in that regard. Double team forces a turnover again. That was Tillman Jr. and Moon forcing that one. And here's Moon for 3, no good. Tillman Jr. fumbling it, can't get it. Bit of a weird one there. He smiles it off. Montreal going to come out with the possession, and here they come on the run. Nice take there. Keyshawn Bartholomew.
Bartholomew is a great athlete. He works real hard. It was a good takeaway, but it wasn't actually a fumble by Tillman. It was a defensive play by the Alliance. Take the ball away, and they get up to the transition.
So Moon having a great game. He's got 9 assists. So the next assist won't only get him to 10 and get him his double-double. It'll also be his 200th career assist in the CEBL. Again, I know it might sound weird to some people because if you've tuned in only the last few years, especially if you're a Sea Bears fan, you've never seen him play. But he has been a phenomenal player in this league for a long time. And after a long hiatus, he is back, and he might be setting a huge milestone here tonight after Teddy Allen has already set the single-season scoring record.
200 assists. I mean, the big thing is you think of him almost as a scorer, but he's also a creator. He does both very well.
Hemphill inside, quick spin move, can't get the hook shot to fall. Allen, long sweeping hook shot, no good, and a foul here on Balamu, a little too aggressive on Hemphill.
Looks like a throwback game. We saw 2 hook shots, one on each end, back to back. That's something you see or describe every single day.
Back in my day, says Dave Crook. Catch all the exciting basketball here at Canada Life Centre in downtown Winnipeg as part of Sea Bears Summer. Pick up your tickets by visiting cbears.ca/tickets or scan the QR code on your screen. Montreal looking to dig into this deficit. That'll help Johnson with a nice take.
Yeah, again, puts it on the deck, fakes the 3. Winnipeg closes out. He goes right by him, gets into the paint, and soft shot off the glass for 2.
A 26-point lead. Allen trying to make it 29. No. Ball's batted out. Allen gets it back. Inside to Burns. Nice spin move from DJ Burns, but he can't find the twine. Here's a pull-up shot from Montreal. No good. That was Horton. Balamu goes right at Horton and gonna draw a foul here.
Yeah, a little accidental contact. They both, actually Balamu gets up the floor quicker than Horton did. We can see the replay here. I think they're just going to bang knees. I think it's going to happen underneath. Yeah, you can see it right there.
Yeah.
Knee on knee, and that's not a lot of fun.
Horton wincing, goes off, will take a seat. Getting some attention from the trainer. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. Jelani Watson-Gale to Burns. 3 points.
Burns is a great shooter in that kind of situation against little screen and pop action, and Jelani Gale unselfishly gets him the ball and he knocks it down like he did to end the first half.
Going to be a foul called here against Winnipeg. And that's going to go against Jelani Watson-Gale. When you talk about DJ Burns from New Orleans, he says when you play there, there's a lot of talking, trash talking, you know, you like to get into it. He loves leaning into the emotions, and for him, they're very positive emotions. He tends to be always smiling, getting the crowd and his team fired up. He's a real energy boost for this Sea Bears team, and he's only been getting better these last 3 games.
Yeah, he's getting more opportunity, and that goes a long way.
Tough matchup for him there, though, is Prince Odro going to go to the line for 2.
Odro is a big body, and I mean, as much as, you know, Burns is long and athletic, Odro must have 30, 40 pounds on him. Just pounded on the inside, and when he gets that little, you know, he loves to shoot that one over the left shoulder. He gets that little spin back move. He's very, very difficult, and as much as, you know, Burns tries to tie up the ball, there's just way too much contact.
Odro has a heavy workload here tonight. He's been playing phenomenal, at least when it comes to battling underneath the basket.
But he's all that the Alliance sort of have, so they need to have him on the floor. He's a critical piece to the puzzle.
As mentioned, his former team, the Brampton Honey Badgers, currently in second. They're a game behind them, but sitting in last. And you know Odro would like nothing more than to either eliminate or either meet them in the playoffs or eliminate them beforehand. Here's Montreal on the run. Nice finish, Kevin Osawe. And here Montreal might be finding a little bit of a groove with a little more than 2 minutes to play in the third. Moon thought about it, but gets it back to Watson-Gale. Watson-Gale finds a double team. Nice shuffle off to Balamu, whose pass is knocked away, but he gets it back. Reverse layup as he's fallen to the ground, but it will be a travel.
Palamo hasn't had a lot of minutes this year. Just got a little excited. Took a quick shot, and then he comes off the dribble, gets himself into trouble, turns it over, gives Montreal the kind of opportunities they need. They get the easy one, and now they got another possession.
Balamu was featured in our halftime show. He recently guested on the Target Score Winnipeg podcast, where he talked about his start, and it was the long road here, and he never really thought this was a possibility. He started his university playing career in college at Canadore College, not exactly a basketball hotbed program. And there's a block there, and DJ Burns coming out the other way. Burns with speed, going to draw a foul on the way.
Defensive rebound, still playing hard on that end, which is impressive in a game like this.
So Allen, 31 points, another 30-point game for Teddy Allen. He's had a number of those here this year as that one goes up no good for Montreal. And in this quarter, Moon picks up his 10th assist. He's got 17 and 10, and he now has 200 assists on his CEBL career. Stay with us, fourth quarter's next. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called Target Score Ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the Target Score Ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team's score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
It's time now for our Cruise of the Game presented by Cal Tire. And Xavier Moon in his debut, a highlight play here, Dave Crook.
Yeah, nice play there. Picks it up. You're just watching this angle. He just right about here, he just changes gears. He knows he's got a lane. Takes it all the way. 3-point play. Not a bad highlight. It's going to be fun calling games with this team the rest of the way. This is the team that Mike Rainbow envisioned when he was putting them together this past winter, and I think he made some great decisions.
It was a gamble because we didn't know if he'd be cleared, and the time was running out. It would have been a lost import spot for the Sea Bears, but happy to see what they're getting so far. Here's Allen with the steal on the run with Moon. Allen going right at Johnson. He'll put in another 2 points. And him and Moon smiling there because there's too many options.
But again, it's the same thing. It's defense. Teddy Allen makes that play. Does a great job. So, yeah. I just, you know, when they play this hard in this kind of situation, it's unbelievable.
And there's another turnover for Montreal. Allen goes through 2 defenders, puts it upstairs for Tillman Jr., throws it down.
But, you know, you sing the praises of Teddy Allen all the time, and you got a guy who's on pace, maybe trying to go for 40, but he unselfishly gives that ball up and gives Tillman the opportunity to rock the rim.
Tillman Jr. has 14. There's a nice take there. Chukwuenyo, pardon me. Here's Tillman Jr. No dunk on that one. He just kind of slipped it in.
But again, nice pass, nice slip and roll. We're seeing way more of him rolling to the rim than we have any other time this season.
And here's Hemphill going right down Main Street, laying in 2 points. Moon picking up his 11th assist on that last one.
Yeah, a little contact there. I think there was a Sea Bear slipped, went down to the floor, and then Montreal just had the overmatch, and they found Hemphill going down to the rim. He's going to look like a frustrating game. He doesn't look great. His body language hasn't been wonderful. I think it's a real struggle right now for him.
This has been a frustrating game for Montreal, especially you look at the way they lost that game in Vancouver. Allen Tillman returning the favor, picking up the assist to a cutting Allen.
Yeah, that's a tough road trip for anybody. You know, Montreal to Vancouver to Winnipeg, and you're playing these 2 top teams in the West back to back.
And the disappointment of just that golden opportunity, it would have been a real confidence-building win.
Oh, and a huge win for them in terms of the postseason.
Moon gets called for the foul. And there's going to be a technical. I think Tillman Jr. is trying to plead his case. We'll see what the call is here, but there's a second whistle.
Yeah, I think they gave a technical foul for him throwing the ball. He was throwing the outlet pass to Moon, and I think they're calling a delay of game.
Yeah.
Because they'd already had a warning for delay of game earlier, so I think that's what it is. I think it's a delay of game warning.
As Teddy Allen goes to the bench for Mustard. If you're wondering, it's French's. Great Canadian company.
I guess he's using it for energy. I don't know.
This has been a thing with the Mustard. I don't totally get it. But at the end of the day, it kept him from talking to the referee, so it served a double purpose, I guess.
Well, it's good. I mean, yeah, there's no question. I mean, he was less upset than Tillman was because I think Tillman got the tee. I
think everybody was just at the ref. Like, he was just throwing the ball back. It went a little too far.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that you feel bad in a sense for Jeremiah Tillman Jr. because there was no intent for a delay of game.
It was a delay of game.
Yeah.
Because they'd already had the warning, and the warning just happened 2 possessions ago. So.
And just, it's because it's so fresh, you know, was it the last home game where he had the back-to-back, or maybe 2 home games ago, the back-to-back technicals, so, you know, you get that little, come on, man, you know, but it is what it is. I mean, it was the right call by the referee. It's just, you got to be a little careful at this point of the game. Like I said, everything was loose earlier today, at morning shoot, they're playing loose, they're playing confident, but you still have to play within those realms because you don't want to find any extracurriculars.
But I don't think they've actually strayed. I think they've been really, really good. I mean, that was totally innocent. It just 100%. It just looks bad.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Take it now because you wouldn't want that in a more dire situation. Allen going to spot up for a long three, and he cans it.
He's feeling it right now, boy. Oh, and efficient. He's been so efficient tonight.
38 points for Teddy Allen, flirting with a 40-point double-double. He needs 1 rebound for the double-double. Here's a reverse lay-in. And Chukwuemeka getting him on the board here, but it's just not enough for Montreal.
But they're just battling. They haven't stopped playing. I think that's a real credit to the coach.
I'd like to see more go in. Still waiting to hit 60 are the Alliance. Acott, hesitation, step back 3, clanks it. Gaudreau. Good ball movement there for Montreal, but again, just no finish. Allen puts up a 3. That was a long one. Heat check there for Teddy. And here's Johnson now. Cuts baseline, drops it off. 2 defenders there, ball knocked around, and it's Winnipeg coming up with it a little too much for Montreal on that one. Here's Osborne. Time, space, but can't get it to fall. Second opportunity. No. Short on that one, too. Puts his arms in the air. Just not his night from beyond the arc. He's got no points. Nearly gets the steal, though. Eventually does. And he draws the out of bounds. He bounces it off. Chukwuemeka. So while he's not scoring the ball, he's getting it done in other ways.
Hasn't stopped playing, right? And again, he's had 2 opportunities back-to-back where you think for sure he's going to knock it down. This one, a great hustle play. Goes up in the air, he's going out of bounds. Saves it off the offensive player. Nice play by him.
Good hustle play, and you ask anybody, current coaches, former coaches, teammates, he's a competitor. And he is competing here today. Allen looking for that 40. Going to pass it up to Burns. Moon fakes the long 3, gets Gaudreau to jump. Dumps it off to Burns, but it's knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Winnipeg will get that baseline inbound.
And again, nice trip penetration, unselfish play, nice pass by Moon. Contact in behind, goes out of bounds. Winnipeg will maintain possession.
6 minutes left in the 4th quarter, but it's 2 minutes until the target score window opens up. First whistle after the 4-minute mark will bring target score time. Allen, 2 on the shot clock. And there's going to be a foul here against Williams III.
Yeah, just a possession foul. I don't think they're in the bonus, so Winnipeg will maintain possession.
Yeah, before the shot here, so 14 seconds on the shot clock. Here's the inbound to Allen. Allen cuts through the lane, finds some space, gets the friendly roll, and it's 40 for Teddy Allen.
But that's so soft, right? Like, and you see how he slows down. He's totally in control, body control, and then he just lays that one up off the glass.
If you're just joining us, Teddy Allen for the last 2 games failed to hit 20 as that 3 goes in. That 3 from Keyshawn Bartholomew, but he had not hit 20 points for the first time this season in the game against Saskatoon, which is a win, and then he failed to do it against Calgary. Here's a 3-pointer from Allen, and he cans it! Teddy Allen is on fire! 43 points for Teddy Buckets, the league's all-time leading scorer in a single season.
That was ridiculous. That was a long shot. We were right behind that one. That was true. It was in all the way.
And here's another steal. It's DJ Burns. Burns takes off and slams it home. And the crowd is going nuts here in Winnipeg. They are blowing this one wide open. Timeout, Montreal.
This is so tough on the Alliance. You know, they've played hard. They haven't quit for a second. But Winnipeg has just overwhelmed them with energy and with bodies. And I think, you know, just the excitement of having Xavier Moon has just brought everybody to play, just risen up the whole level.
32 points. Winnipeg leads. We're 55 seconds away from target score window. As mentioned, that first whistle after the 4-minute mark will bring target score time. Next Friday, the Montreal Alliance return home to Verdun Auditorium to host the Ottawa Blackjacks, with both teams looking to improve their playoff positioning. In Montreal's case, get back in the picture. In the Lotto Max Eastern Conference, tip-off for that one is 7:30 Eastern. And then next Thursday, it's a potential Cal Tire Western Conference Championship preview as the Winnipeg Sea Bears host the Vancouver Bandits here at Canada Life Center. Tip-off for that one is 7 p.m. Central, 5 o'clock Pacific. And it's that'll be the third of 4 meetings between Winnipeg and Vancouver, rather. But going back to Teddy Allen, 2 games where he didn't score 20. You know, not typical of Teddy. He's making up for it today.
He's had 2 halves where he scored 20 today.
Exactly.
So it's unbelievable. But like the energy, the effort, everybody's playing hard. It's been an outstanding performance. I just hope this doesn't impact Montreal in terms of mentally. That tough loss to Vancouver, coming in here, getting Winnipeg playing this well tonight. They've got that huge game you're talking about with Ottawa, and that one could go a long way, to determine their fate going into that playoff run. They've played hard all the way through, but Winnipeg has just got a lot more bodies, and they've just worn them down.
And Ottawa's coming off an emotional win in Scarborough.
Huge.
First home loss for Scarborough this season. Ottawa playing at a next level, and that is a team that is fired up and looking good for the playoffs. Here's a shot no good from Johnson. And DJ Burns with another one. And Teddy Allen with 43 points now beats his own record for points in a game with 43. He's said it twice this season, Dave Crook, already. This is the 3rd time. Teddy Allen, if there was any doubt on where he stands in the MVP race, I think tonight is an exclamation point of where he stands. It's hard to say he's not the front runner at this moment.
Yeah, we get to see him, and we're obviously a little bit biased because we see him all the time, but he's just doing so much, and it's not just the scoring anymore. It's everything else he brings to the table.
Here's a 3-point. Another one! Teddy Buckets Allen! Can you stop this man? 46 points!
Doesn't look like he can miss right now.
Another 2 points, and he will set the record for a single game output in scoring. 46 points. Can he hit 50? He's got a chance. With that whistle, it's an offensive foul. We'll take a look at the replay. But that whistle brings us to target score time. Winnipeg in cruise control at 99-64. Teddy Allen. As much as this game story has been about Xavier Moon making his debut for Winnipeg finally, Teddy Allen taking the show. 46 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and he will look for 50 after this break as we get into target time. Stay with us. You're watching CBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Plus, and YouTube.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind.
Next bucket wins.
Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama.
That anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big time. He is cooking.
Target score about to get underway here. The Target's 108. Our sideline reporter is Tegan Rasha, and she's got something for us. Tegan.
Joey, as you can imagine, the crowd is loud, and it is impossible to hear what Coach Mike Rainbow is telling his guys. But what I can tell you is there's lots of smiles on the bench and lots of high fives, and they want to keep that energy going into these final 4 minutes.
Thank you, Tegan. Yeah, it's a 35-point lead at target score time. The fans are fired up. Teddy Allen has been the story in this one. After the Moon Moon taking off, as we said before the game. He's been playing great. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 12 assists. Teddy Allen, though, 46 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Tillman Jr., first attempt here in target score time is no good. But this crowd is buzzing. Just shy of 6,000 people in attendance on a day that saw the Blue Bombers playing in the World Cup final. Sea Bears Nation was not missing Moon's debut. And here's a nice drive, a slam dunk from Trent Johnson. He was getting it done behind the arc. Now he's getting it done at the rim.
Nice back cut there. And Winnipeg a little late. Yeah, Teddy Allen's got something in his nose. I think he got hit on that last foul.
Here's a three for Allen! Bloody nose or not, he's got 49 points and the new record in a single game. This one will go down in the record books. Teddy Allen is on one. Johnson can't get it. Allen with a steal. Here he goes. Can he break 50? The MVP chants are happening, and there it is! 51 points for Teddy Allen. And the Sea Bears are 6 points away from the target. Osawe's blocked by Tillman Jr., but there's a mid-range jump shot to get the crowd quiet for at least a second. My apologies, 4 points away here from target score are the Sea Bears. Allen out to Akot, who's bumped as he puts it up. No foul on the play. Montreal, Bartholomew can't get the three to fall, and an unlucky bounce as it goes over the backboard. Holy cow, we've never seen it before, Dave Crook. 51 points on the board for Teddy Allen. Almost half of the points exactly.
You don't see 50 very often. And on top of that, no one's ever seen it in this league.
No.
So it's the first time ever. And I think we just got a technical there against Akot.
Akot's fired up.
Yeah, he's unhappy. There was contact on the far sideline. You know, I think the referee sort of let it go at this stage of the game, you know, with the gap as much as it is. And it was inconsequential to the play, but Akot, you know, players don't like when they think things don't go their way, and he was unhappy. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but it happens.
And here's the foul shots now. Got an update. You've heard of Michael's secret stuff from the Space Jam movie? Well, Teddy's secret stuff is French's mustard, which actually helps for cramps, I found out.
Aha, there you go, yeah.
Because he's playing pretty loose right now. I don't think there's any chance of cramping.
No.
51 points for Teddy Buckets, living up to the moniker today. He actually has fans that flew into Winnipeg from England to watch him play. And they are getting a treat here tonight. Here's a three-pointer, nowhere near the mark from Mason Krause. And Montreal here, staying alive, trying to dig into this deficit, trying to build at least momentum, if nothing else, going back home for a big game against the Blackjacks, and that'll help. That's a three-pointer there from Chukwuemeka. Moon commanding the floor, finds some space, skips it out to Isaiah Osborne for three. No. Rebound up for grabs. Krause and Tillman fighting for it, but it's Moon who comes up with it. Moon gets the switch. He has Odro on him. He gets it inside to Tillman Jr., looking to take advantage of the mismatch. Back out to Moon. 2 on the shot clock. Here's the three, and that's off the mark. Montreal in transition. Odro can't handle the pass from Johnson. Just nothing going Montreal's way tonight.
That's a tough one for Odro at pace. He did a great job defensively against Moon there, and you know, didn't give him any time, give him any space. Obviously, the Moon slows up the air ball. Montreal gets transition. The problem is you got Odro against Xavier Moon in the full court, and that's a bad recipe, and Winnipeg gets the ball back.
Still 4 points away are the Sea Bears. They've been empty the last couple of possessions. No one's sweating, though.
Osborne, it's just a struggle tonight. He just can't find the range at all.
Hey, if there's a night to have a struggle, it's when your teammate Teddy Allen has 51 points.
That's not so bad. Yes, you're right.
I don't think he's going to be sweating this one too much.
No.
It's a 33-point lead in target score time. The fans anticipating a very celebratory game, and has what is maybe the greatest game here played by the Sea Bears at Canada Life Centre in their existence. This has been an absolute thrill to call.
Yeah, I know it's been a great game, and obviously, I mean, we were all excited. We were all anticipating Xavier Moon, and Xavier Moon was great. We also wondered, can Teddy Allen and Xavier Moon can play together? Well, we've had that answered so far in a small test. We'll have to see what it's like long term, but from what we've seen so far, it looks like it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, after the game, we'll have our Booster Juice Player of the Game presentation. Very curious as to who it'll be. Sea Bears looking to close it out. It's a 2-possession game in terms of closing this out in target score time. Isaiah Osborne hasn't had a point yet. He'd love to at least get on the board, but I don't think he's too worried about it as long as they win. Gets it inside to Tillman Jr. In the post, back out to Osborne. A little give and go here. Tillman Jr. inside on the smaller Osawe. A couple of moves, but he can't get it to fall. Osawe will pick up the rebound. Winnipeg has worked relatively quick here in target score time at Canada Life Center. Slowing down a little bit now. Allen right up on Osawe, who gets it over to Johnson. Johnson has 19 points. Looking to add to that. His fadeaway tipped, no good. Teddy Allen has it. Allen to Moon, who's going to spot up. Nope, fakes the shot. Now he steps back for 3, and that's a little off the mark as well. So Winnipeg cooling off here in target score time. Here's a 3-point attempt, and that's no good. And it's a steal here. Here's Johnson for 3, and he gets that. After Chukwuemeka couldn't get it to fall, they get the steal, and 3 points for Johnson. Johnson is 22.
Seabears trying to get a little greedy also. They've just been almost reliant on the 3 ball. They need to settle things down, get something easy.
DJ Burns is waiting to get in. Might be for that boost that they look for from him. Allen's floater, no good. Imagine that, a missed shot from Teddy Allen, but it's a steal from Moon. Back to Allen. Here's the 3. Boom! The record keeps climbing. It's 54 for Teddy Allen. Crowd is on their feet. 1 point away from the target score are the Sea Bears. A foul here on Jeremiah Tillman Jr. trying to get the steal on Prince Odro. DJ Burns going to check into the game for Winnipeg. My goodness.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky. We get a great opportunity to watch a guy go for 50. It doesn't happen. It's the first time it's ever happened in this league. So unbelievable.
And we'll talk about that in postgame, just how incredible that feat is. Meanwhile, Montreal just trying to stay alive here. They need many scores and many stops. Williams the 3rd for 3. No. Allen going for the rebound, but it was knocked out by Burns, and Williams gets the ball and puts it in. Also good to mention here, Teddy Allen's got a double-double. Here's Allen with the game in his hands. He falls over, gets it over to Osborne. Osborne looking for Allen now. Osawe giving him no space right at half. Allen going in his bag, looking for the game. Here he goes. No, as he's pushed to the ground. No foul on the play. Montreal staying alive for one more possession. And here going upstairs, Prince Odro with a alley-oop. Should be too little too late here as the Sea Bears just need a point. Moon in his debut with the ball. 1 point away from the target. Here goes Moon up and loses the ball. Again, Winnipeg having a hard time closing here. Moon, looking at the ref, thought he got a foul. Osawe inside, Odro again. Tries to skip it out. It's tipped by Osborne, but Montreal retains it. Here's Williams at the block. Gets it into Odro, who drives off the glass a little too hard. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Winnipeg.
Yeah, the game's just got a little wild here. I mean, they're 1 point away. They're trying to get Teddy the ball. They want that record to go up a little bit more, I think. And I think what they need to do is just concentrate, slow down, and just finish this one off.
Here's a pass into the post. And that's another 2 points for Chukwuemeka. Xavier Moon going to try again. Re-rack. This is for the game. Moon going inside to Burns. Burns at the post. Gets it out to Osborne for 3. No! Krause chases down the rebound. And the shot clock is reset. Osborne nearly lost it. Pulls up the midi. And he cans it! Isaiah Osborne puts this historic game away with his first field goal of the game. But the story in this one is Teddy Allen finishing with 54 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. setting record after record today, the most by far in a single game, and he is the all-time leading scorer in the CEBL in a single season. Montreal competed, but nothing going their way, and they're looking forward to get back home.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough road trip. They had an unbelievably difficult loss, in Vancouver, and then they had a different type of loss tonight. And, it's got to be discouraging, but they're pros, and they'll find a way to bounce back.
And Osborne, as we were talking about it, he wanted to get on the board, and he picked a great time. That's his third target score winner of the year, maybe fourth. He has taken over that closer role. We keep talking about Jelani Watson-Gale, but he's done it this year. But Teddy Allen is the story in this one. Sets the record showing on the scoreboard for single points in a game, and he's getting all sorts of love here today. Well-deserved. Teddy Buckets Allen, the legend, continues to grow. 54 points in a single game. Never been done before. As a player scored 50, and he toppled that by an extra 4.
Yeah, I mean, boy, oh boy, he had a great night. He really produced. He was great offensively. He did a job defensively. He was good in transition. It was a real outstanding performance. So it's great to see a guy actually, go for 50, but he did more than that.
Here's a great moment between Moon and Allen, the two teammates, new teammates that everybody was wondering how they would coexist. And the answer today was incredibly. And now we've got our, no doubt, Booster Juice player of the game standing by with Tegan Rasha.
Teddy, an absolutely electric night for you, an electric night for the team. What went so well tonight?
What do you say?
An electric night for you, an electric night for the team. What went so well?
First, I just want to give all the praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but, we just played well together, played as a team. We was able to come out with a victory.
You made league history tonight, breaking multiple records, including the single-season scoring record and most points in a single game. How do you feel about these accomplishments?
I think I got my swagger back!
Back to you guys.
Yeah, Teddy Allen has his swagger back indeed. That is the understatement of the night. 54 points for Teddy Allen. In this one, it is by far a CEBL record. We've never seen 50 points scored in a game before. Teddy Buckets Allen just living up to the name night after night. He is the all-time leading scorer in a single season of the CEBL, and in the same night, he scores a league best all-time 54 points.
Yeah, it was quite a performance, but it was just great to see the Sea Bears play with the way that they want to play, and it was great to see their number one lineup for the very first time. And we didn't know what it would look like, and boy, it looks pretty darn good. And we ignore the fact that they've got guys like Acott, and they've got guys like Osborne, who are working hard defensively, don't always get the credit. They put pressure on the ball. They didn't make anything easy for Montreal. They rebounded. They created the offense with their defense. They checked all the boxes tonight, and that's got to feel pretty good if you're Mike Raymond.
Yeah, 100%. And we'll wrap this all up. We're going to take a quick break here and come back to wrap up this historic game at Canada Life Center. The Winnipeg Sea Bears winning this one 109-80. Stay with us.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around. With free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
Redtag.ca.
It's a Cal Tire Western Conference doubleheader on Tuesday with major playoff implications. First, Scotty Lindsay and the Edmonton Stingers are in Saskatoon to take on Tavian Dunmartin and the Mamba, with both teams looking to keep a hold of their current Cal Tire Western Conference playoff spots. Tip-off for that one is 7:30 Central and Mountain Time, Central Standard Time. Next will be the also at 7:30 Mountain. James Karnick and the Vancouver Bandits are in Calgary to take on Sean Miller-Moore, a.k.a. Rugsy, and the Surge, who are winners of 4 straight in a potential first-round playoff matchup. You can catch all the action on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Arena still buzzing here, Dave Crook, of what we just witnessed. Teddy Allen, 54 points, a double-double if it matters. I don't think anybody cares about the rebounds. 54 points, and all the talk was going into this was how the last 2 games he didn't score 20. For the first time this season, he hasn't done it a lot in his career, and then he really trampled any doubts with 54 points today. This is a stadium that doesn't throw out MVP chants very often, and they were throwing it out in unison here today. You heard it during the post-game interview, the walk-off interview with Teddy Allen, and you have to be feeling good if you are the Sea Bears today.
I'll make one little adjustment to what you said. Mike Rainbow cares that he got double-double. Mike Rainbow cares about
for sure.
Mike Rainbow cares about the rebounds, right?
Mike Rainbow's not watching this broadcast.
Mike Rainbow cares about the defense. No, I mean, but it's true. That's the thing. Yeah, he got 50 and he got his swagger back and he feels great, but he worked defensively. He worked on the glass. He did all the little things that make a difference, just like they all did, and that's how they played, and they played very well. Now, Montreal was much beaten up. Montreal's coming off an incredibly tough trip. Montreal worked hard. Jermaine Small can't be unhappy, but he's got to keep them together because they're in a situation where they're still fighting for the playoffs.
Yeah, and a little overshadowed under the headline, but Xavier Moon makes his debut, and he was stellar. We're talking about Teddy Allen, but 17 points, 14 assists. But true point guard.
But part of how Teddy Allen gets open is the fact that Montreal is so worried about Xavier Moon. He all of a sudden, that's why it's so scary.
Yes.
Right? Because now there's so many different ways to score. And Tillman had his best game of the year. And it's not a coincidence that Xavier Moon was on the floor.
No, and this has been the argument the whole time for the Winnipeg Sea Bears is, once they have Xavier, it's going to take pressure off Teddy. I don't think anybody anticipated that was going to be a 54-point output for Teddy Allen in the first game.
Right.
But this is the example of what they were hoping for. Yep. And now let's not expect 54 points a game here from Teddy Allen moving forward.
No.
What he did is incredible. But I think what you're seeing here is you've got a two-headed monster, as you said, but that's not even the full monster.
No.
You've still got guys like Jeremiah Tillman Jr. You've got the guys like Isaiah Osborne, who was quiet tonight, scored the target score winner. But this is a team that had just got their crowning piece that they've been waiting for a long time. The anticipation was building up, and you couldn't have asked for a better debut.
Watson, Gale, McGovern, they got so many guys who can handle the ball. They're going to be difficult to guard because of all that. And as long as they can get the big man play, they continue to get things, out of Tillman. They continue to get things out of Burns. This is a tough matchup. I wouldn't want to play them.
Yeah, I think the Winnipeg put the league on notice with this one. It's been this is the most dominant game we've ever seen from a single Sea Bear, from a Sea Bears team. Incredible. And now this is the first of 3 home games for the Sea Bears. The next one will be Vancouver. That's a big one. And then they play Brampton in a national game on the Sunday. But let's talk about that Vancouver game because it is huge. They played them twice. Last time Vancouver was in this building, there was a lot of extracurriculars. It was a 33-point loss for Vancouver. They want to come back with some redemption, and this is going to have major implications for what the playoff seeding is going to look like, and we've talked about it throughout the broadcast. Home court advantage is a huge, huge thing for the Winnipeg Sea Bears.
I think if Winnipeg can beat Vancouver if they can get home court. If they continue to play well, they get home court.
Yeah.
Oh man, like that's exactly what they need. That's going to give them that chance to, go to the finals, which is, going to be outstanding.
There they are in the tunnel here, celebratory outside the Sea Bears locker room. But the key, I think, for Winnipeg, but also for Vancouver, not to give away all our cards for the next game, but winning that season series for the Sea Bears, then you just don't have to worry about tiebreaker situations, nothing like that. If you're Vancouver, you just want to win it too, right? So if you can get that game under your belt, win on the road in case you have to play here, it's a big game for Vancouver. Those two teams will end their seasons on August 2nd against each other in Vancouver, but then they'll have Brampton up after that. So it's a nice start to a home stretch here after a pretty quick road trip here. For Montreal, their next game is that'll be Friday against Ottawa. So they got a couple of days here to recruit from this road trip. Again, a disappointing one. A game that they felt they should have won in Vancouver, a 1-point loss where they blew a 22-point lead. And tonight, they just never could find it. They lost 109-80. Teddy Allen, 54 points, 10 rebounds. We'll be talking about this one for a long time. Xavier Moon showed what he can do in this arena with this team. It's a scary sight, and we've got 4 more games of it before playoffs. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. On behalf of our sideline reporter, Tegan Rasha, our color analyst, Dave Crook, and Candace Smith and her crew upstairs making all the magic happen, I'm Joey Slattery saying good night. See you Thursday.
Knock 'em out the world, knock 'em out the world, knock 'em out the world with your pen top down, 'cause I'm